a lot of trumpet teachers disagree with me violently, but what I'm preaching here is something that is revolutionary. And don't be afraid of something new just because we've always done it the other way. But I need you to understand that I believe we need to practice, first of all, with a relaxed compression, forming a small aperture, and then allow it to work its way into musicianship, as opposed to the typical warm-ups that you see so often, which are kind of like this. Going for purity and warmth of sound. Well, that's great for working on your tone, but for me, I do that much later in the day, after I've really gotten my embouchure going. All right, so let me play a little bit more for you to see that you can get around on the horn pretty well. This is with a mouthpiece that I just used for kind of getting a middle tone in. And I'm going to show you my arsenal of mouthpieces here and let you hear the different sounds with airplay at this point in my warm-up. This is a loud 10.5. And what I've done is I've bored it out to a 24. And I've softened the inner bite quite a bit and flattened the rim, because that's just works well with airplay. You want a wide flat surface to hold your lips in place so that you're not using 20% of your muscle just to keep things in the rim. All right, another mouthpiece that I use is this one right here, and this is a Warburton 4MC. It's a real good all-around mouthpiece. It's a good mouthpiece for playing shows. I'm using an 8-star backbore on it, but a 5 works nice. A 5 with a 22 hole works nice. But this is just going to be an 8-star with the regular 27 hole in it. You can see the sound is a little bit more powerful, a little more two-tonic, and yet it still is not a screaming type sound. All right, let me show you another mouthpiece. This one is a 10.5 DW, but the trick is this is a very, very old 10.5 DW, back from the 1930s. It's one of the New Yorks, and it has a really nice sound. Now what I had to do again was I had to go in and soften the inner bite and flatten the rim just a bit so I could get it into an airplay embouchure. But this is a real nice sound. It's a very clear sound. It's a very open sound. It's also really got a much more nutty attack, a little bit of a concert band attack, a nice concert band type mouthpiece with maybe a little punch on it. So that's that 10.5 DW. Now this mouthpiece has more of a two-tonic sound up high. It's a little bit thinner, but it's very easy to control. And it's a Reeves Purviance P1, and I have done nothing to this rim. It's a great rim. Of all the Purviance or Reeves mouthpieces, this rim is one of the very nicest. It's a little wider, a little flatter, has a somewhat of a soft inner edge. But I'll let you hear what the airplane warm-up and results are with this. Okay, so that's got a little more of the older big band sound to it. Still got a lot of control, and it's a real fun mouthpiece to play. It's a good recording mouthpiece because it has a nice focus to the sound. Now I'm going to move over here to what I think is one of the great mouthpieces of all time. Probably ought to be in the Hall of Fame of mouthpieces. This is a Reeves Purviance 8. The number 8 is just a spectacular mouthpiece in my mind. The only thing I've done to this is just a tiny bit of rim work where I flattened it a little bit and softened the inner edge. But pretty much this is a stock 8 with a 27 hole. Okay, it's a clear sound. It's got what I'd call more of a broad, carrying sound. That does to lead playing what a Schilke 24 does to symphonic playing. It really puts out a Teutonic sound. I don't know how much you can hear it on that thing there. Now, I'm going to show you another thing. I think this is all